In the midst of the Waldo Canyon fire, a group of Southern Colorado designers pooled their collective talents with the aim of raising some funds for the fire relief effort. Sara and Troy DeRose from Fixer Creative and Tommy Eisenbeis of Copilot Creative stopped by to share their story. Sara DeRose explains the genesis of the project.
Austin Buck, who co-owns Copilot Creative with Tommy here, saw this idea pop up last year after the Ballstrop fires in Texas. He emailed all of us, or pitched it to the Copilot team, emailed all of us and said, hey, can we do this? And we said, absolutely. So we had originally planned to launch on Friday, expecting to sell a couple hundred shirts. We were going to screen print them ourselves. But when Tuesday night, when the fire came over the ridge, we decided that it was important to launch on Wednesday. So we launched on Wednesday.
On the first day, the project generated over $50,000 in t-shirt sales.
Well, immediately we looked at in shock to each other and said, we're going to need a bigger boat. So we started calling some of our contacts that we had in terms of production and fulfillment and screen printing and things like that, and started reaching out because we knew it was getting bigger.
Copilot Creative's Tommy Eisenbeis explains where the proceeds of the t-shirt sales are going.
At the beginning, we didn't anticipate selling a lot, so we decided we would split the proceeds or profits up between Care and Share and the Red Cross. And after the sales kind of blew up, we decided that we could do better if we found kind of somebody to actually help us manage the amount of money that was kind of pouring in. So we contacted Pikes Peak Community Fund, and we set up a fund through there called Wildfire Fund, and they are going to help us kind of distribute our monies to everybody that we need to get out to, because we wanted to really be able to reach out to people who are in need, like immediately. If there was like a volunteer firefighter crew that needed our help as far as filling up their trucks or getting food to them, we could cut a check and send it right off to them.
Troy DeRose of Fixer Creative explains the multiplier effect of the design collaboration.
And we set out to do this thing because we knew that if we banded together and put this project together, we would be able to ultimately give more than we would individually. So if we just all wrote checks to a Red Cross or Care and Share or to whatever, we might be able to get a couple $100 script together. So we figure, let's get together. We'll be able to put a bigger fund together collectively, which obviously that blew up and we did. But from a community standpoint, we've seen some really cool comments on our Facebook page of people, right after Tuesday when the fire came down and we launched, they just said, I've been distraught about this thing, and seeing what you guys are doing and that you're banding together and really doing something for the community is the first glimmer of hope that I've felt since this fire started. And that's amazing. It feels kind of weird because we're just making t-shirts. I mean, ultimately, we're just making t-shirts. But it feels great to have something so simple that we just naturally came to really help give people hope in our community and across our state.
Yeah, I think it's all the stories that have come in that have impacted me the most, from the lady who wrote in who said, we got together on the computer as a family to donate one to the firefighter, and then her 5-year-old asked if he could have the same shirt himself because he wanted to be just like them. To giving the shirts to the firefighters and having them say things like, we said, how can we support you maybe with a future badge? What would be the best way that we could direct the money to the firefighters, and having them say, don't worry about us. Worry about everyone else, because that was their mission too. Other endeavors that have happened, the Community Rises concert and all the other things that have popped up that have reflected the community and the power of our particular community, that can have the reputation as being divisive, that can have the national reputation of being a bunch of crazy folks out there in Colorado Springs. I mean, as much as we don't want to have sort of this divisive reputation, we have it in certain areas. And so to have that, to see the other side of it, the part that we all know and part of why we live here, see come through, and has been pretty powerful for me. And then from a design standpoint, sometimes you just go, I'm just pushing pixels around on a screen, and I'm just behind the computer doing some development, or I'm a copywriter, so I'm just writing words for advertising for clients, and you forget that this stuff can matter in a bigger way, and that's been pretty powerful.
Yeah, for me, it's just been really it's been really fun just to be a part of something that's made a difference. Just be able to work with such great people, and just knowing that you've made a difference in the community, and that the community can like come together pretty quickly. I mean, I've just been amazed at how many people have supported us, and just supported in general of what has happened, and always wanted to help. I remember seeing like the lines from Care and Share like miles and miles away, you know, just waiting to get in and donate or help out or whatever. It's just kind of amazing. And just to be, you know that you've helped with that, it's just been kind of, it hits home for me anyways.
That was Tommy Eisenbeis of Copilot Creative, Sara DeRose and Troy DeRose, both of Fixer Creative, representing a philanthropic collaboration of area designers that have created Wildfire Tees to benefit the fire relief efforts in the state of Colorado. The collective is rapidly approaching the $500,000 mark in gross sales, and after paying for the shirts themselves, the printing costs, and the shipping costs, an estimated $250,000 to $300,000 will be donated. You can view the shirts and learn more about the organization at wildfiretees.com.